Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
I created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason: to create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready?
My name is Stephanie Chang, and I'm an optometrist. I've been with Buffalo Ophthalmology since January 2023. Vision is very important for a child's development and learning. We want to make sure we catch any potential eye conditions early in age, such as lazy eyes or eye turns or any need for glasses. We do a lot of the similar tests as adults, but sometimes we'll modify different components of the exam to fit the child's age and their abilities. Definitely very important to get your child's vision assessed at a young age before problems develop.
Good afternoon from the Bud Bakewell Ice Rink in Buffalo's Riverside Park, where the Nickel City Hockey Network is proud to present live coverage of Hasek's Heroes Hockey. Hello, I'm Aaron Elpern alongside Ryan Tantello in the 412 Communications broadcast booth. 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions. And Ryan, we have a special Monday afternoon presentation of Hasek's Heroes Hockey today, as the Hasek's Heroes 10U squad will take on the Tonawanda Thunder Blue team. Now, this is it's an exhibition game here today, but it could be a preview of what might be ahead when it comes to the playoffs for both of these teams. Both come in with very impressive records. Tonawanda 10-0-1 on the season, so certainly an impressive squad there. Hasek's Heroes also very impressive in their own right. Ryan, excited to have you in for the call of this afternoon's game.
Yeah, thank you, Aaron. I'm excited to be here, and you said it's an exhibition game, but I think you'll have a hard time convincing the players of that. You know, given the records of these two teams, the atmosphere here in the rink. I mean, we saw the Hasek's Heroes players out on the ice practically 30 minutes before this game was set to get started. So I think the energy's high here in this building. I'm very excited to be here, and should be a great competitive matchup. Yeah,
it was an open skate, the time slot out here before the Hasek's Heroes game. Here at this 4 o'clock start time, a little bit of a different start time for the squad here today. Usually just playing on the weekend games, but we have the special Monday afternoon presentation here today. But as mentioned, in open skate, I would say 3/4 of the team was on the ice, getting a couple laps in, getting ready to go. Obviously, the excitement is certainly there for both sides, both the Tonawanda Thunder and the Hasek's Heroes team. And this will be the third meeting of the season between these two sides. The first one went the way of the Tonawanda Thunder, as they have the unbeaten record this year. But that one tie that they have, Ryan, that was to this Hasek's Heroes team, a game in which Hasek's Heroes had to come back from down 2-0 to salvage that tie. So certainly sets a little bit of drama here, as two squads pretty evenly matched and have had two really good games already this year.
Yeah, certainly a lot on the line. Hasek's Heroes looking for their first win in the matchup. You know, you said they tied last time. I think they got a little bit more left in the tank. We'll see, though.
Yeah, it was a game that was a road game for the Hasek's Heroes team. Gabriel Mason getting the tying goal in that one, as Hasek's came back from 2-0 down to tie it at 2. Gabe Mason out there to start this one off as we're underway here from the Bud Bakewell Ice Rink. Live coverage of Hasek's Heroes Hockey on the Nickel City Hockey Network. Puck in the Hasek's Heroes end. Gabriel Mason with the puck on his stick as he looks for a breakout pass. Two different Tonawanda players making that difficult on him, as Tonawanda finds possession down low in the far corner. Gaining possession there and trying to find a pass was number 9, Timmy Perino. As a good play by Garrett Jones to create a loose puck, and now Caleb Mosier looks to move it up ice for Hasek's Heroes. Only gets as far as the blue line, where it's kept in by Eli Lee. And the Tonawanda Thunder get to spend a little bit more time here in the offensive end. Pass comes out in front just behind the intended target. Patrick Clark was in a good spot, just couldn't quite get that pass right on the tape. And now here come the Heroes as Mosier and Mason into the offensive zone. Mosier can't quite get that one corralled in order to get a shot away, and Tonawanda clears the zone. O'Connor's going to have to go back here for it for Hasek's Heroes. Got a man right on him. That's Timmy Perino. Perino trying to get that puck away as the two battle for that one along the far boards. Good tussle for that loose puck, as really nobody came out on the better side of that one. Loose puck ends up sliding across the blue line, kept in by Christine Lee. Mosier taking it away and looking to get something set up for the Hasek's Heroes breakout. D-to-D pass, and then it goes up the far wall where Gabriel Mason corrals it. Mason through the neutral zone. Got Gareth Jones with him on the left wing. Jones has to slow down to avoid going in off sides. Ends up losing his balance, but he does stay on side on the play. Gets to one knee and then keeps it in, and now it's Maverick Kelly on the far side. Kelly cuts towards the slot. Two defenders beat him there. Good defensive play to make sure that Maverick Kelly didn't get that shot away. Mason, though, finds a loose puck. He tries to get a shot away. Good defense as Tonawanda really clogging that slot area right now. Puck comes free to Maverick Kelly. He lets a shot go from distance, right in on goal. Save with the first shot on goal here today, as it's Conrad Sajak making the stop and covering up for a whistle. About 2 minutes into the action here from Bud Bakewell Ice Rink. Already some good paces. This is the first real opportunity for either side to make a line change.
Yeah, and on that previous possession before the frozen puck, the Heroes did a really nice job keeping the puck in the zone. And then on the other side, on the defensive side, Tonawanda really clogging the passing lanes and the shooting lanes, like you mentioned.
John Stahl finds a loose puck. Nice headman pass. Jack DeLisley now in alone. DeLisle to the forehand. What a move to put it past the netminder. It's 1-0 Tonawanda, as two players that I wanted to talk about highlighting in this game even before we started have shown why they should be highlighted. John Stahl with a pretty pass through the neutral zone, setting up Jack DeLisle, and the game's first goal scored by number 18. A very dangerous player that the Hasek's Heroes squad is certainly going to have to keep an eye on.
Yeah, what a move all alone against the goaltender there. And you love to see the patience at this level, not getting ahead of yourself with the shot, being patient and getting a good look, and that time burying it.
DeLisle almost with a chance again as he had the turnaround wrist shot there from about 10 feet away from the netminder. That one couldn't quite get it on goal, though. Three players from each side try to come away with the loose puck on the far wall. It ends up coming free. Deanna Wojciechowski moving it to the blue line, but a good play there at the blue line as Eli Lee keeps it in the zone for Tonawanda. Maverick Kelly, though, corrals a loose puck and moves it up the far side. Tonawanda finding it there, though. Tonawanda now keeps it in as Stahl has possession. His pass just behind its intended target in front of the net. To the point where Eli Lee makes sure it stays in the offensive zone for the Thunder. Maverick Kelly, though, trying to change that, move it up the far side where Lazori has it. Kelly now through the middle of the ice. Three different Tonawanda players on him, trying to slow him down as he gets it into the offensive zone. Backhand shot. Might have missed the net wide, but a pad save made by Sajak nonetheless. Hasek's Heroes trying to set up some pressure in the near corner, but it's going to be Stahl taking it away. Good back check by Chevalier to take that puck away, and now Hasek's Heroes with possession right below our broadcast spot. Maverick Kelly gets it up to Karalunas. Karalunas can't quite settle down a bouncing puck and ends up going in off sides. So we get a stoppage in play with 8:20 to go in the first period. 1-0 Tonawanda as both teams make a line change.
And as we're pretty solidly into this first period now, I think you're starting to see the game pick up a little bit of pace, a little bit of action. Both teams have now brought the puck up and down the ice at least once.
Hasek's Heroes into the offensive zone quickly after the neutral zone draw. Good play as it's Marlo McDonald creating a loose puck on the far side. Mike Wright almost able to get control of that one to drive it towards the net, but Tonawanda's able to clear the zone and get it out to center ice. Puck on the stick of Darren Nye. Nye gets it deep into the Hasek's Heroes zone. No icing on this play as Aubrey Simonik picks it up in the far corner. Simonik now having to make a second attempt on that pass up the wall. Tries to get it to Mosier, kept in at the point, but O'Sullivan gets in the way of that pass. And now two passes along the blue line as Hasek's Heroes now moves it into the offensive zone. Mike Wright tries to move it through the legs of the defender, now has it in the far corner. Wright spinning and looking for a passing option with two different defenders on him. Wright's pass goes off the back of the net, now here in the near corner where Karalunas is the first one to it. Comes back to the point. Simonik able to hold it in just briefly, though, so it's eventually cleared out of the zone by Isaac Rausch. Back into the Heroes' end, where Mike Wright will pick up the puck in the far corner. 7:15 to go in period one. Nice move there in the far circle as Wright evades one forechecker. Now gets around another defender as a 3-on-1 setting up for Hasek's Heroes. Wright's got Mosier to his side, drops the pass off. Mosier tries to get it back to him. Unfortunately, though, Mike Wright kept going there at the far post as they tried to make that give-and-go play work there on the 2-on-1.
I love the unselfish play by Wright after he took it coast-to-coast around practically the entire Tonawanda team. Just a little bit of miscommunication at the end there, but I love the unselfishness, though.
Both players trying to be unselfish in that spot. Was a good look in both cases, but maybe just kind of coordinating it a little bit better. If they get that option again next time up the ice, I think they're going to manage to get that one in the back of the net if they can try to create that similar type of play. So 6:52 remains here in the first period. Offensive zone draw now coming up for the Hasek's Heroes squad. Nathaniel Usiak in for the draw. Hasek's winning control of that one. Shot from the point by Maverick Kelly. That one got deflected before it got to the netminder, just barely missing the far post. Battle for a loose puck on the far side. Tonawanda taking it away as Christine Lee looks for a pass up the near wall. Lee gets it to the point, but Maverick Kelly keeps it in. Tonawanda now looking to try it on the far side as Eli Lee now has control of it. Eli Lee has two forecheckers coming towards him. Gets it to the blue line and out of the zone where Timmy Perino looks to move up ice. Hasek's creating a turnover, though, and getting it back into the offensive zone. As retreating again is going to be Eli Lee looking to start the breakout. Pass is intercepted, though. Maverick Kelly tries to skate it towards the slot. Two different Tonawanda defenders there to meet him and get the zone cleared. Alana Kraft inside of her own blue line. D-to-D pass, and she gets it over to Maverick Kelly as he looks for an option up ice. Got a couple of different Tonawanda Thunder players there, though, and they create a turnover. See if they can keep it in. Puck is held in just inside the blue line. William Lee making the play there along the near blue line. And now back towards the near corner where Maverick Kelly has 3 different Tonawanda players on him. Kelly manages to spin away from that pressure and now skates it through the neutral zone. 4 different Hasek's Heroes players into the offensive zone as Kelly takes it around the far side. Lets the shot go over the shoulder of the goaltender, and Hasek's Heroes has tied it up. Maverick Kelly with the coast-to-coast rush and the pretty finish up over the shoulder of the netminder. It's now 1-1.
Well, Aaron, we talked pregame. It was going to be a back-and-forth battle, a close game, and so far it's lived up to that billing. On that previous play, I think you're starting to see the Heroes lean into their strength, which in my opinion is their speed, the ability to take the puck down the ice, get past the defenders, behind the defenders. You saw it with Mike Wright earlier, unable to capitalize that time, but then on the play just now, the Heroes get one across.
No surprise that so far we've seen difference makers that are traditionally doing it for their teams already doing it here in the first period. Jack DeLisle with the goal for Tonawanda, the response coming from Maverick Kelly. Jack DeLisle, the aforementioned, they're trying to get it into the offensive zone. 3 different Hasek's Heroes players deny that rush, and now here comes Gabriel Mason. Mason spins and tries to get a pass towards the slot. Good defenses, Stahl and DeLisle there to get in the way. And now here comes Jack DeLisle right on the center ice logo. Some help from Stahl and DeLisle across the blue line. Aubrey Simonik angling him off there. Nice play to deny the opportunity as there wasn't nearly enough room to get a great shot away, but a good shot. Save was made by McDonald, and now here comes Gabe Mason. Mason just gets it into the offensive zone, taking it away from him, John Stahl. Nice play defensively, and number 2 now has possession behind the net. Stahl and Mason continuing their battle there. As Mason now coming back to knock that puck away from Stahl, but it's going to be a Tonawanda player finding control. And now Stahl and Mason square off again. Stahl gets it up to DeLisle. DeLisle across the blue line. 2 different Hasek's Heroes defenders trying to get in the way. Shot comes in. Save is made. Second opportunity and a second save made as well. Mallory McDonald back-to-back stops to keep this dangerous Tonawanda Thunder squad from getting on the board here on this shift.
A couple of great saves there on some really high-quality chances up front.
Puck is cleared out of the zone, but probably won't have enough for icing. Might just get there, but it ends up on net. Sajak has to play it, and now Gareth Jones lurking there looking for a rebound. Sajak just covers that one up, and we'll have a offensive zone draw coming up for Hasek's Heroes. 3:46 remaining in period number 1, as this broadcast is made possible by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's leading indoor golf facility. Simulators, lessons, and leagues. Buffalo Golf and Social, the area's best destination for year-round practice and instruction. It's going to be Wojciechowski against Roush on the face-off. Tonawanda winning possession initially, but it only gets to the point where Maverick Kelly keeps it in. Kelly's shot doesn't get to the goal, and now Tonawanda clears it out of the zone. It will just trickle inside the Hasek's Heroes blue line, and there's Maverick Kelly to pick it up again. Kelly turns and changes directions, but 2 different Tonawanda players there creating a little bit of harassment. Now they force a turnover, almost getting that shot in on goal. Kelly getting in that shooting lane, making sure that McDonald didn't have to face that shot from the far side. Puck here on the near wall as Wojciechowski gets a pass along to Maverick Kelly. And now Kelly through the neutral zone as the defender falls. Kelly cuts towards the slot. Now to the forehand, just not enough room to sneak that one in on the far side. Sajak doing a good job of staying with Maverick Kelly on that move, making sure there wasn't enough room to slide it between the post and the pad. Puck into the offensive zone now for Tonawanda. Picking it up there's going to be Darren Nye. Nye's got some pressure coming late, and it forces a quick pass, and Hasek's Heroes able to create a turnover. Wojciechowski plays it to the far boards. Ethan Lazor trying to get it out of the zone. Wojciechowski going to have to help out a little bit if that's going to happen. Karalunas knocks his man down on the play, but Tonawanda keeping possession. Pass comes back towards the point. Caleb Mosier chipping it away from the defenseman, and now picking it up here in the neutral zone. Mosier with a defender on him as they battle for that loose puck. It comes back to Wojciechowski. Quickly up to Lazor. Now here come the Heroes across the blue line, but a little bit too quickly across the blue line was Wojciechowski. So we have the offsides call made on the play. 2:09 to go in period number 1. Both teams executing a line change now.
Yeah, there was a great rush developing there. I think Wojciechowski's got a little bit ahead of themselves, streaking towards an unguarded net essentially. But the play was blown offsides pretty clearly.
Yeah, she made a really good pass to start that one up ice, and then she wanted to get that give and go play going quickly into the offensive zone. Didn't quite have that coordinated with her teammate, but play is back underway as it comes across the blue line. Alana Kraft sending it across the blue line. Mike Wright unable to clear the zone beforehand, so it's another offsides call. As our broadcast this afternoon brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker to buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property. Trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. Mike Wright on for the faceoff, winning that one cleanly. Puck slides towards the near wall, banking off the boards, and now Wright gets it in across the blue line. Settling it down and looking up ice is Timmy Perino. Can't get it out of the zone as Aubrey Simonik makes sure it stays just inside the blue line, but Perino with a second option, now looking to carry it out. Mike Wright getting a little bit of a stick on puck there to create a turnover. Wright's now got possession along his own blue line, but a little bit of harassment there as 3 different Tonawanda players looking to create a turnover. Wright still with possession, takes a little bit of a bump here on the near wall. Good play by Perino to go just far enough to create a loose puck, but not far enough to pick up a penalty. Tonawanda now with a chance here in the offensive zone. Perino looking for a loose puck in front of the netminder. Nice play. Mallory McDonald being very decisive with that loose puck in front of her, jumping on that one quickly, making sure there's no chance from in tight.
Yeah, no hesitation at all. You like to see that, a decisive netminder, because I think, when you're hesitating, the puck's loose in front. That's the time when the puck might squeak out to a potential goal scorer. So I really like the quick reflexes there to just cover that one up, live to see another play.
Especially for a new goaltender. This is only her second game playing goalie. To have that kind of instinct to make that play tells me that her ceiling's pretty high when it comes to that position. Might be the last thing that her parents want to hear at this point, but nonetheless, great to see the effort and the work being put in there in net. Puck is cleared on the far side. Kind of a one-touch pass there from Nathaniel Usiak. I think he got a little bit more of it than he was expecting to. It ends up going the length of the ice, and it's going to be another icing call here against the Hasek's Heroes squad. And so the faceoff will come back to the right of Mallory McDonald with 49 seconds now remaining in the period. And our coverage today brought to you by Buffalo Ophthalmology and Buffalo Optique, providing a full range of specialized eye care services for ages 3 and up. Locations on International Drive in Williamsville and off Mile Strip Road in Orchard Park. So 49 seconds remaining in a 1-1 first period. And the faceoff will be to the right of the Hasek's Heroes netminder, Mallory McDonald. Usiak cleanly winning that faceoff over to the far boards. Howell now looking to gain control there. 2 different Tonawanda players force a turnover, but Hasek's Heroes getting it back again as Caleb Mosier tries to get it out. Mosier gets it to the blue line, but it's kept in there. Darren Nye making a nice play. Shot now taken from the far side, redirected. Great save by Mallory McDonald as the pass came in from the far wall to the player right in front of the net. Carter Swan with that perfect redirection right on goal. McDonald read that one perfectly and made a great save.
Yeah, that backdoor redirection was perfect, absolutely in the right spot. But there were those reflexes again for McDonald, just diving across the crease, almost got spun around, but still able to make the save. Really impressive.
28.9 seconds remaining on the clock as this potent top line from Tonawanda out there looking for a late period opportunity. Hasek's getting the zone clear, though. Tonawanda has to retreat back into their own zone and then quickly back up ice. 15 seconds to go in the period as Stahl tries to hunt this one down in the near corner. Stahl stops but can't keep his balance. Now under 10 seconds to go in the period. Pass comes towards the front of the net. Kept in at the point. Now played into the far corner with 3 seconds to go. Might not be enough time for Tonawanda to get to the front of the net and get another opportunity as the horn goes to come to bring period number 1 to a close. The score after the first period of play is 1-1. We'll be back with more Hasek's Heroes hockey coming up on the Nickel City Hockey Network.
My name is Stephanie Chang, and I'm an optometrist. I've been with Buffalo Ophthalmology since January 2023. Vision is very important for a child's development and learning. We want to make sure we catch any potential eye conditions early in age, such as lazy eyes or eye turns or any need for glasses. We do a lot of the similar tests as adults, but sometimes we'll modify different components of the exam to fit the child's age and their abilities. Definitely very important to get your child's vision assessed at a young age before problems develop.
And welcome back to Bud Bakewell Ice Rink in Buffalo, New York, where we continue to bring you live coverage of Hasek's Heroes Hockey, the 10U squad squaring off against the Tonawanda Thunder this afternoon. Thank you for joining our broadcast on the Nickel City Hockey Network. Aaron Elpern, Ryan Tantullo, Destiny Cosner from the 412 Communications broadcast booth. 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions. Second period play underway, a 1-1 hockey game as the puck goes right across the center ice red line. Gabriel Mason collects it there. Now he's looking for an opportunity to skate it up ice. Here he comes into the offensive zone. Mason makes a move to the near side. Good defense as he stood up just inside the top of the circle. And now Tonawanda looking to counter and come back in the opposite direction. Unable to really get something put together there as it's Maverick Kelly taking it away and cutting up towards the middle of the ice. Kelly across the blue line tries to cut back towards the center. Good defensive play as that was Eli Lee getting a stick on that puck to create a turnover. Hasek still getting into the offensive zone. Maverick Kelly behind the net gathers it in. Pass to his brother in front of the net. Didn't quite get a whole lot on that one, did Mike Kelly. Still a save had to be made by Sajak. Tonawanda now finding possession. Three different Hasek's Heroes players get in the way and keep that rush up ice from even getting out of the zone. And now Maverick Kelly looks to skate it towards the net. But again, three different players converging on him, making sure that option to drive it towards the net wasn't really there. Mason takes a shot from distance. That hits two different defenders before the goaltender Sajak makes a save. Loose puck now in front of the net. O'Connor with a chance to get a shot on goal. Now looking for a wraparound opportunity. Defender keeping him from getting there cleanly though. Blake DeListley plays it up to the near wall, kept in by Maverick Kelly. Good first shift of the period here by Hasek's Heroes. Puck comes free as O'Connor tries to gather it in. Plays it along to Mike Kelly. Mike Kelly against the far wall. Hard shot towards the front of the net. Maybe looking for somebody there on the back door. Had a lot on that one. Nobody there to collect it though and get the shot on goal. Kelly now in the neutral zone picking it up. Loses control of it, but it comes to Alana Kraft along her own blue line. She slides a pass along to Gabriel Mason. Back to Kraft as we have 9:46 to go in period number 2. Puck along the blue line now into the offensive zone for Hasek's Heroes, but it's a Tonawanda Thunder player, the first one to it. Nice play by Mike Wright, making sure that puck didn't get out into the neutral zone. Mason now makes it pay off to get an opportunity for that wraparound chance. Might have been better off making a pass in front of the net. Good play by the netminder Sajak to cut off the option around that far post. Mason finds control of it again. Tries to get a shot through traffic, but that hits a skate and goes up in the air. Maverick Kelly over here on the near side. He lets a shot go. Sajak making the save. Covering up for a whistle as a fair amount of time there to start period number 2 spent in the offensive zone for the Heroes.
Yeah, the Heroes were dominating possession and zone time there to begin the period. And in the first, I think both teams struggled a little bit with sustained possession. And you saw right there, the Heroes completely flipped that script in the early going of this second period.
I think that says a lot about the quality of these two squads, is that neither team is really able to establish a long time with the puck. That's really the longest that we've seen one team have in the offensive zone. Obviously, this is a Tonawanda Thunder squad that will certainly match Hasek's Heroes shift for shift. Hasek's maybe wanted to get a goal if they're going to have that good of a shift. Let's see if they can back it up with another good one. Caleb Mosier with possession of the puck below the goal line. Loses the handle on it. And now it's going to be Tonawanda looking to circle the net and start it up the far side. Perino unable to accept that pass. Shot comes in from Wojciechowski. Sorry, that was Aubrey Simonik taking the shot from the far point. Save was made by Sajak, and now Tonawanda looking to get it out of the zone. Good play by Mosier to create a loose puck and then fire a shot right on goal. Sajak makes the save, keeping this one a 1-1 hockey game. Face-off coming up to his left. And our broadcast today is brought to you by Envious Gameware. designers of custom hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel. Visit enviousgameware.com to get your team a look to be envious of. Face off to the left of Sajak as Wojciechowski tries to take a quick shot off the draw. Doesn't get all the way towards the net, but Chevalier is able to gain control of it again for the Heroes. Puck in the far corner. Christine Lee picks it up there and tries to find a passing option for her side. Eventually gets it to a teammate, and now through the neutral zone back into Hasek's Heroes territory. 8:10 on the clock here in the second period as Ethan Lazor picks up the puck behind his own net. Banks a pass off the near wall, but nobody there to pick it up, and it's going to be Christine Lee looking to set up some offense for Tonawanda. Pass into the near circle. Kara Lunas takes that one away and looks to move it up ice. A little bit of help from a couple of different teammates. Chevalier gets it into the neutral zone. Tonawanda sending it right back into the offensive zone, though. This one is going to go for icing on the play. So the faceoff will come back to the Tonawanda zone with 7:44 now remaining in the second period. A 1-1 game here, Ryan. We expected a back and forth affair between these two sides. So far, it's living up to that billing.
You know, it certainly is, and at least in my limited experience calling the Heroes, you know, I'm used to a lot of high scoring, a lot of breakaways back and forth. This game has a little bit of a different flavor, really well-rounded. Both teams are playing good defense, getting in the passing lanes, and I talked about possession at the last whistle. I think that is going to become a factor more and more as this game, if it remains close down the stretch, who can control possession more?
I think that's one of the things that you can see oftentimes at this level. If there's a little bit of a disparity in talent, it's pretty easy to skate the puck through your opponents. A little bit more difficult to skate the puck through talented opponents that know how to defend that. So maybe a premium on passing it and executing there with the passing game is going to come in handy in this game. May end up being the deciding factor in this one. Puck is played out of the Tonawanda zone, but Hasek's Heroes with possession just below our broadcast position. Maverick Kelly skating in and across the blue line, but he's met there just inside the blue line by Sam Ark. Good defensive play, and now Ark has it on his stick again. Makes a pass up the near wall, goes off the stick of Blake DeLisley into the offensive zone. DeLisley with the puck again, takes a shot from distance. Glove save made by McDonald as it ends up going into the far corner. Sorry, take that back. We have a new netminder in net here for Hasek's Heroes as Brooke Heigl has come in to start period number 2. Meanwhile, it's going to be Mike Wright skating it up ice. He's got Maverick Kelly with him. What a great move! Going inside, outside on the defender, but he fires it off the post. Referee there to wave it off as Mike Wright made the move inside, outside on the defender to get free. Ripped a hard shot along the ice, but it hits the near post and comes back out. The goaltender ends up covering it up. Everybody in white thinks they had a goal there, but referee right on the spot makes the call and waves it off, and it stays a 1-1 game.
Everybody in white and the two gentlemen there in the score box and doing the PA, they had a premature goal horn. I mean, when Wright let that one go, I thought it was a clear goal. He had the netminder beat, but it was off the inside of the iron. The official was right there on the goal line, waved it off instantly. But, you know, that was one of the rare chances we've seen that was similar to how the Heroes scored their first goal, but kept out again.
Here comes trouble there. Here comes John Stahl. He's got a free breakaway. Stahl on the forehand, rips the shot. Heigl way out on top of her crease, cutting down the angle. Well played there. Shot ends up going wide. That's how you're supposed to do it with a guy who's going to take a shot, is make sure that it gets through. Hasek's Heroes now moving the puck up the near wall. Caleb Mosier gets it into the offensive zone. First one to it, though, is going to be player for Tonawanda, as it's going to be Stahl now moving it up the near side. Hasek's finding possession again along their own blue line. Mike Kelly trying to skate it up ice. Losing control of that one, but he still manages to get it up into the offensive zone. And now this is going to be Usiak in the far corner. Usiak tries to find a player in front of the net. Good defensive coverage. Alana Kraft was there in front of the net looking for a pass, but there were two different Tonawanda players cutting off that passing lane.
I've noticed that a lot for Tonawanda in this game. They're in the right spot. They almost always have multiple players on the puck. They battle in the corners for those loose pucks. It's, I think, one of the biggest reasons why the Heroes have struggled to generate offense.
Both teams are making things difficult on each other, and that's the hallmark of two evenly matched teams and a 1-1 hockey game. No real surprise to see that one with 5:18 to go in period number 2. Both teams essentially just trying to get the edge here to try to break the deadlock at this point. It seems like we're getting a perfectly evenly matched game so far. No surprise, the 1-1 score on the board seems to back that one up.
Yeah, and I know we talked pregame that, yes, this is an intermission matchup, but I think both of these teams really want to come out and show that they're the better squad, and so far it's been too close to call.
Loose puck in the neutral zone. Tonawanda finding control and getting it across the blue line, but Nahan Howell's the first one to it for Hasek's Heroes. Tonawanda finds control, though, gets a shot away. Great save by Brooke Heigel's second opportunity. That one goes just wide. Heigel's had to make 2 tough stops already after coming in to start period number 2. Tonawanda now looking to set up some more offense. Timmy Perino in the far corner. Spins away from one defender, but finds 2 more there to meet him. And now the loose puck comes free to Gabriel Mason. Mason with some speed through the neutral zone. Fakes inside, goes outside, and now has an opportunity to let a shot go. He does so. Great save by Sajak. Read that one perfectly and accepted it right into the chest. Ends up catching it in the glove in the end of it, holding on for another whistle. Stays a 1-1 hockey game with 4:28 to go. Teams starting to trade chances here in period number 2, but it stays a tie game as we are under 4.5 to play in the second period. And our broadcast today brought to you by 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions. 412 Communications helps get your voice above the fray. Put the 412 Communications team and their 40-plus years of experience to work for you. Visit them, 412communications.com. Blake DeLisle finds a loose puck, starting up ice quickly. DeLisle gets taken off of his stick, though. Nice play by Maverick Kelly just inside the blue line, but again, DeLisle has it there on the far wall, shot going wide. Puck at the far point, Eli Lee keeps it in. Lee plays it down in the corner, Jack DeLisle finds it there. Simonik right on top of him, making sure he had nowhere to go with it. Now Hasek's Heroes with possession, and going to draw a penalty as well. Maverick Kelly gets hauled down as he circles the near side of the net, draws the tripping call against Tonawanda, and the first chance on the power play today will go for the Hasek's Heroes side, as it's an offensive zone penalty, maybe one that the player from Tonawanda wants back. Blake DeLisle will sit for 1.5 minutes or less as the Hasek's Heroes squad goes on the power play.
And this could be huge because we've been talking all game about how evenly matched this game is and how close these two teams are in terms of skill. So, you know, how do you break a skill gap? You take a player off the ice. So huge opportunity for the Heroes to break this tie.
Under 4 minutes to go in the second period as this power play starts. Tonawanda with the initial possession off the face-off. Stahl trying to get that one out of the zone. A couple different Hasek's Heroes players making it difficult for him, but he gets some help eventually as William Lee moves it across the center ice red line. Alana Kraft picks it up there. Nice pass right on the tape of Caleb Mosier. Mosier now trying to get it to Wojciechowski. Eventually gets to the blue line, then sent right back through the neutral zone. And now Alana Kraft has the puck along her own blue line. Pass doesn't get through, and now there's a little bit of a difficult situation here for the Hasek's Heroes squad. Good play by Kraft to make that difficult. That was a 3-on-1 getting set up there quickly in front of her. She created at least a little bit of more difficulty and slowed it down enough to allow her teammates to get back on the back check and make sure that wasn't an odd man rush.
Yeah, lots of active sticks there for the Heroes back checking, able to clear the zone.
Kraft now battling for a loose puck against the far wall. 3 different Heroes there trying to come away with it. DeLisle almost got a breakaway from it, but couldn't get it through the legs of Lazor. Nice play defensively to keep a shorthanded breakaway from coming together. But DeLisle not satisfied as he's going to try to find another opportunity. Puck in the corner. Wojciechowski plays it up the far boards. Not a whole lot going during this Hasek's Heroes power play, as so far the 2 big guns for Tonawanda have been very effective in killing it off. DeLisle now has the puck along the goal line. DeLisle tries to play it to the front. Kraft getting in the way of that pass, and now gets to that loose puck first, and she plays it up the near wall as Tonawanda comes back to full strength. 2:20 to go in the period as the puck comes to Liam Karalunas. Loses possession of it, and it comes back towards Alana Kraft. Kraft now has it here in the near corner. Her pass up the near side eventually gets to a teammate. Now Lazori trying to get it out of the zone. Up to Caleb Mosier through center ice. Mosier with an angle here, might have enough of a room to get a shot away. Does get that shot away in the backhand. Nice save as Sajak makes the stop after Mosier went from forehand to backhand and let that shot go along the ice. Sajak staying with him there and making the right pad save.
I thought that was the right move by Moser to go to the backhand there, try and get the goaltender out of position, but no dice. I mean, Sajak did a great job stacking those pads, getting in front of that one, and then also covering up the rebound.
Well, Sajak has been one impressive netminder in this game. In fact, we've had 3 impressive goaltenders in this game so far. Both goaltenders from Hasek's Heroes, Brooke Heigl, who came in to start second period play, as well as Mallory McDonald, who was excellent in period number 1. Their counterpart, Conrad Sajak in blue, he's been very good. Almost had to make a tough stop there as Mike Wright's shot just barely misses the near post. John Stahl looking to hunt a puck down here in the neutral zone. Stahl into the offensive zone as Mike Wright knocks it off of his stick. Stahl, though, goes and picks it up in the corner. Stahl tries to get a pass through. Mike Wright getting in the way of that one as well. Puck still sitting in front of the netminder. Save made by Heigl as that one came free to a Tonawanda player. Second chance opportunity there as well. Heigl making 2 stops. Stays a 1-1 hockey game with 1:25 to go in period number 2. Our broadcast this afternoon brought to you by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's leading indoor golf facility. Simulators, lessons, and leagues. Buffalo Golf and Social, the area's best destination for year-round practice and instruction. Locations downtown and in Orchard Park. Stahl getting control of the faceoff, tries to take a quick shot on goal, just barely missing the net. Comes back towards the near point. Tonawanda unable to keep it in the zone, as now Hasek's going to try to find possession in center ice. But it comes back in across the blue line as Tonawanda unable to clear the zone. It's going to be an offsides call with 1:12 to go in the period. Both sides making some changes.
And we just saw 2 quick whistles, but really besides that, this game has had quite the pace, back and forth, and it's flying by. We're already near a minute to play in period number 2, still knotted at 1. At this point, it seems like whoever scores next would have a really high chance to carry that momentum forward. So the next goal, watch out for that.
Both teams scored in period number 1, and it seems that period number 2 has been the battle to not give up that next opportunity. Both teams really locking down defensively, trying to make sure that they are doing their part in their own end first before trying to create something on the offensive half of the ice. Currently, it's in the Tonawanda offensive half of the ice as they try to get something set up in the near corner. Hasek's Heroes trying to get it out of the zone, but it's kept in and fired right on net. Quickly steered away by Brooke Heigl. Nice work by the netminder. Under 40 seconds to play in the period as Mike Kelly picks up a loose puck. Changes directions, now might have some room up the far side. Kelly assessing his options, gets it into the center of the ice and now has some room in the neutral zone. Kelly across the blue line, 1-on-3 into the offensive zone. Good defense there, making sure Kelly didn't have the option to take that shot. Under 20 seconds to go in the period. Maybe enough time for this break to come together for Tonawanda. Into the offensive zone as Eli Lee takes a shot from the dot, just barely missing the far side post. Under 10 seconds to go in the period as the puck is behind the Hasek's Heroes net. Mike Kelly picking it up there. And the last 2 seconds will tick away as Kelly skates it in front of his net. And period number 2 comes to a conclusion. The score the same as it was after 1 period of play. It's the Tonawanda Thunder 1 and Hasek's Heroes 1. We'll be back in a few moments for period number 3 on the Nickel City Hockey Network.
I created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason: to create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready?
Back at Bud Bakewell Ice Rink for period number 3 as the Tonawanda Thunder and Hasek's Heroes squaring off for a 3rd time this season. And based on the first 2 games, no surprise that this one has been a tight affair, a 1-1 game after 2 periods of play. 15 minutes up on the board, ready to go for period number 3. Thank you so much for joining us on the Nickel City Hockey Network. Aaron Elpern, Ryan Tantello along for the call of this afternoon's game. Destiny Kosner, our camera operator, as we join you from the 412 Communications broadcast booth. 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions. And Ryan, this game came about for a reason. Not a standard time for the Hasek Heroes squad to be playing, but they wanted to have a game here on this day specifically because there's an important visitor in town this weekend, none other than the namesake of the Hasek Heroes organization, Dominik Hasek, in town this weekend. You might have seen him at the Sabres game earlier on this weekend, at the Bills game as well. We were hoping he would find some time in his schedule to make it to this afternoon's Hasek Heroes game, and it does seem like that will be coming together later on in our broadcast. Hopefully we will get a chance to chat with Dominik Hasek. That will be a thrill if that comes together. Really, though, it's going to be a thrill for the kids on the ice, getting a chance to play in front of one of the greatest players ever to play the game. And not only that, but the player who was responsible for this Hasek Heroes organization, the person who has given this opportunity to these players to learn the game and to play this game here in the Hasek Heroes organization. Stay tuned for that coming up later. We still got some hockey before then as Maverick Kelly drives into the offensive zone, gets himself free of a defender and fires the shot past the goaltender. Hasek Heroes now out in front 2-1 early in the third.
And right off the bat to start that third period, as you were delivering the good news, Aaron, I think maybe some of those Heroes might have heard it too based on the way they came out to start this third period. And to your point you were making before that great play to break the tie, it's got to be so rewarding for these players to experience that, to see the namesake of this organization, to play in front of him, all the great work that he's done in the community, and for these players to have that opportunity and then to also see the person who's given it to them. It's great, and right now they're treating us to a great game. Hopefully Dom will be here to see some of it too.
And you can say all you want about what Dominik Hasek did in his playing career, and you can go on for as long as you need to cover that topic. Equally impressive, though, is what he's done off the ice and making the opportunities available for players like the boys and girls you see on the bench for Hasek Heroes today. There have been a lot of other people who have gotten to play this game because of this organization. Maverick Kelly now looking to get a goal for his organization. He lets his shot go. Great save is made. Sajak almost has to make a second one as Gabriel Mason looking for the rebound opportunity. Hasek's with some offensive zone pressure as it comes along behind the wall, behind the net. Gareth Jones getting back to his skates as he looks to join the forecheck. Gabriel Mason trying to keep it in here on the near side. Good work by O'Connor to make sure that there was no line up the ice for the dangerous Jack DeLisle. Maverick Kelly now finds possession as he tries to cut inside and get another opportunity. Good defense by Tonawanda as they clear the zone with 13:30 to go in period number 3. Pass through the middle of the ice, intercepted neatly by DeLisle, and he brings it into the offensive zone. DeLisle tries to go on the blocker hand side, just can't find the net, as it looked like Brooke Heigl took away one side. DeLisle had to make that last second adjustment and couldn't quite find the cage with it. Puck just inside the Hasek Heroes blue line. They clear the zone. Now look to move it through the neutral zone, and they successfully do so into the offensive zone. A 2-on-1 setting up here. Kelly has it in his skates. Can't quite settle it down to get a shot away. Gabriel Mason almost gets the shot on goal. Wasn't quite sure if that was a defenseman's stick or the goaltender Sajak making the stop. But Hasek Heroes early on in period number 3 creating some offense with those rushes up ice.
Yeah, and Kelly's been the catalyst for a lot of that as he heads off the ice. 37, Maverick Kelly. He's been generating a lot of that offense. On the most recent chance, he had really a lot of room in front of the goaltender, but couldn't quite get his forehand back on the puck. He was kind of stuck between his skates there. So it remains a one-goal game, but the Heroes have come out with a lot of momentum to begin the third.
Faceoff will be to the right of Konrad Sajak as it's played forward by Deani Wojciechowski into the far corner. Hasek Heroes player quickly over there to pick up that loose puck. Fine possession, trying to get that pass out in front of the net. Good defense, though, as Tonawanda, again, clogging those passing lanes and making things as difficult as possible for the Hasek Heroes squad in the offensive zone. Puck is played out of the zone and then back across the blue line. That's going to be an offsides call against Hasek Heroes as we have 12:20 now remaining in period number 3. Our broadcast today brought to you by Buffalo Ophthalmology and Buffalo Optique, providing a full range of specialized eye care services for ages 3 and up. Locations on International Drive in Williamsville and off Mile Strip Road in Orchard Park. Face off along the Tonawanda blue line. Thunder play it forward. And now a battle for a loose puck, and Stahl comes away with it. John Stahl into the offensive zone, gets in tight on the goaltender. Great save by Heigl as Stahl let go a hard wrist shot. Heigl making the save with the glove.
Great save.
Puck played down low. Stahl looking for another opportunity. Turns and fires. Can't get that one on goal. Heigl again out on top of her crease to cut off the angle. Tonawanda keeping it moving here in the offensive zone. Puck comes out in front of the net. Stahl with another opportunity. This time he makes no mistake, tucking it inside the near post. A perfectly placed shot. Tonawanda has tied this one up. It's a 2-2 hockey game.
Yeah, these two squads are going blow for blow here. Tied it up once again. Neither squad has been able to get really any breathing room. It seems like as soon as one side gets a little bit of momentum, the other one is there to respond. Great effort by Tonawanda in the offensive zone. You know, not getting discouraged after Heigl made a great save. They went right back to it and got one across a few seconds later.
See Stahl maybe getting frustrated with that first save because he made the shot that he wanted to. He stuck with it, though, getting two more chances to get shots on goal, and it was that third one he finds the back of the net with a really well-placed shot, and it's now a 2-2 hockey game as we have a little bit more than 11 minutes to go in regulation. Puck in the far corner of the Hasek's Heroes zone. Tonawanda creating some forecheck pressure there as Timmy Perino tries to get it in front of the net. Perino with the possession here in the near circle as well. Hasek's with some really good defense, though, making sure there was no room to let a shot away. Eventually, a shot does get through, as that was Patrick Clark turning around and firing a shot on goal. Brooke Heigl making a save on that one. Mike Wright finds a loose puck, and now he looks to carry it up ice for Hasek's Heroes. Through the neutral zone and across the blue line, Mike Wright in alone. Lets the shot go, glove side, finding the back of the net. Number 21, Mike Wright, has put Hasek's Heroes up by a 3-2 score.
Hey, we've seen that one before, Aaron. Mike Wright is a difference maker with the puck. He has such great possession and speed for a young player, able to get around the defense and just perfectly placed shot past the goaltender. Not much you could do on a breakaway like that. And the Heroes have taken the lead again. The game is really starting to pick up scoring-wise in this third. We haven't seen much of it till now.
Yeah, you talked about it there, Ryan. The ability to maintain possession of the puck while changing directions and skating at full speed, something that Mike Wright has an innate knack to do. It's something that's hard to do for players at any age, but especially at this level, to do that and to do it with such confidence. It really helps make him, as you said, a difference maker. In this case, his goal is the difference so far. It's a 3-2 hockey game now, as we have a little bit more than 10 minutes to go in regulation.
And there's been a few chances like that throughout this game, a couple breakaways for both sides. Earlier, they were having a little bit of trouble getting those shots on net. But I think lately both teams have found their stride a little bit more shooting the puck, and you're seeing that on the scoreboard here in this third period.
Puck played towards the front of the Heroes' net. Good defense to clear it out of danger, but only as far as the blue line. Tonawanda keeping it in there. Sam Ark, the defenseman, making the play along the blue line. Jack DeLisley takes a shot from just inside the top of the circle. Brooke Heigl sliding over to make the save, covering it up with the glove hand and making sure there's no second chance as well. 10 minutes to go in regulation, still a 3-2 score in favor of Hasek's Heroes.
It was impressive rebound control there. I think, again, at this level, young players still learning the game. That's one of those things where an offense can capitalize on a shot that ends up getting loose in front. So nice by Heigl to get the glove on that one, stop the play, stay safe.
Great play at the blue line to maintain the zone. Almost getting a golden scoring opportunity out of it. Darren Nye making that play. It not only denied a rush for Hasek's Heroes, but it created some offense for Tonawanda as well. This time Hasek's Heroes successful at getting the puck out of the zone. Caleb Mosier now bouncing it forward across the blue line. Tries to go inside around the defenseman. Nice play. Blake DeLisley making sure there was no line towards the front of the net for Mosier. Tonawanda gets it out of the zone. And this is Jack DeLisley across the blue line. Takes a little bit of a swat there. Loose puck created by Mike Kelly. Possibly the Tonawanda side looking for a penalty there.
I would not have been surprised if they blew it dead, but play continues. Tonawanda still able to set something up.
DeLisley just fires it from the far corner. Goes right in front of the goaltender Heigl. Now back to the near point. Darren Nye unable to hold it inside the blue line, but he's got control of the puck along the center ice red line. Nye plays it into the offensive zone. Chevalier's the first one to it. Chevalier plays it along to Mosier. Now back to Chevalier. Across the blue line into the center ice area. Chevalier has to regroup to maintain possession after a Tonawanda player takes that one away. Successfully gets it into the offensive zone as we have 8.5 to go in regulation. Looks like we have a penalty coming up here as the signal for body contact or an illegal check is being shown there by the referee. And it looks like this is going to go against Tonawanda. Tonawanda player heading to the box clearly disagrees with the call. The upturned palms, the international sign in hockey as the I didn't do anything wrong. How could you call me for a penalty there? Nonetheless, Blake DeLisley will sit for a minor penalty, and Hasek's Heroes gets a chance to extend the lead here on the power play.
Just the second penalty we've seen in this game, both against Tonawanda. But on the first one, the Heroes really had no offense whatsoever. Tonawanda did a great job on the kill, actually generated some zone time of their own. We'll see if that's any different on the second time around.
Kraft gets it to Maverick Kelly. Kelly with 2 players on him. That makes it difficult to get it out of the zone. Tonawanda keeps it in. That's just effectively killing off a little bit more penalty time. Now 1:07 on the man advantage for Hasek's Heroes. Maverick Kelly again tries to skate it out of the zone. 2 different Tonawanda players getting in his way and keeping it in the Hasek's Heroes end. Kelly intercepts a pass. Now he has a little bit more room to work with as he skates it up ice. This time he's met by a defender right at the blue line, and Kelly just fires it the length of the ice. This one's going to go for icing against Hasek's Heroes. And maybe an opportunity to try to start looking for those headman passes, because the more you skate it as an individual against a good defending team, the more you're going to have to skate through 2 and 3 different defenders, and even the most skilled puck carrier is going to have a hard time doing that.
And you saw a little bit of that on the previous possession for the Heroes. Despite the fact that they have the power play, Tonawanda was actually outnumbering the Heroes in the neutral zone. So like you said, the way you get around that is not by carrying the puck as one skater. You got to move the puck around.
Tonawanda with possession off the faceoff. They almost get a redirected shot in on goal. Hasek's Heroes playing that one out of danger. Now Simonik looking to start the breakout. Tonawanda takes that one away, sliding it towards the front of the net. Stahl is there to find a loose puck and quickly play it on goal. He finds the back of the net. John Stahl has tied this one up. He's got both of the last 2 goals for Tonawanda. It's now a 3-3 hockey game with 7:28 to go in regulation.
And the shorthanded goal for Tonawanda, just like the first power play for the Heroes, it's actually been the Tonawanda Thunder that have been able to generate more possession and more offensive chances. Very interesting development here. I'm sure they'll take it however they can get it. Tie this game at 3.
Game is all knotted up now as it's been a back and forth affair right from the start. We would certainly expect nothing less, and we'll enjoy this last 7.5 as we're all knotted up right as we started this game. Both teams now looking for that go-ahead goal. It's going to be Stahl picking up the puck here in the neutral zone. Gets it knocked off of his stick by Nahan Howell. Tonawanda, though, able to play it to the blue line, and now Stahl tries to sidestep one defender. Heroes getting possession and sending that one back into the Tonawanda zone. Trickling towards the goal line. It does go far enough for icing. Tonawanda now back to full strength as the faceoff will come back into the Hasek's Heroes zone. 6:59 remaining in regulation. Our broadcast today brought to you by Envious Gameware, designers of custom hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel. Visit enviousgameware.com to get your team a look to be envious of. Both teams making some changes, but Tonawanda is going to have to get the proper number out there. Is a little bit of a late change. Now they have the proper number of 5 out there. And one player tried to come back off. And they almost ended up with 4, but now they have the proper number, and we're ready to go for this face-off in the Hasek's Heroes zone. Scramble puck off the draw. Looked like it was under the legs of Lazore, but it ends up coming free behind the net. Chevalier tries to get it out of danger. It ends up coming right in front of the net. Redirected shot. That one just pinballs barely wide of the net. Tonawanda maintaining possession here in the near corner. Played behind the net. Nahan Howell's the first one to it over there as he looks to skate it up the far side. Howell gets a pass along to Karalunas. Played to the blue line where Wojciechowski finds control. Eventually the Heroes get it across the blue line, but actually Tonawanda keeps it in. It might have a chance down low. Shot taken. Save was made on the shot by Doughty. Doughty ends up going hard into the back wall as a loose puck here along that backboard. So the whistle is blown to make sure that Doughty is all right. As maybe a little bit of discomfort there after colliding with those backboards. as the coaches from Tonawanda come to take a look at the injured player. We'll step away here for a moment. We'll be back with the last 6 minutes and change of action here from Bud Bakewell Ice Rink. You're watching live coverage from the Nickel City Hockey Network.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Back on the Nickel City Hockey Network, continuation of third period play as the injured Tonawanda player able to get back to his skate back to the bench under no discomfort. So good to see that as we are ready to go here for the last 6 minutes and 11 seconds of regulation. A 3-3 hockey game, been a very entertaining affair here on a Monday afternoon from the Bud Bakewell Ice Rink. Both teams now looking for that go-ahead goal, this 3-3 game. 6 minutes and change to go here, Ryan, and it's been every bit of an entertaining game that we hoped it would be.
Yeah, this is exactly what we expected, and we talked about the last time these two teams played. They tied. Who knows what's going to happen here, but it's been that same type of close game in this third meeting.
We've had plenty of excitement on the ice, and we know that we have a special bonus coming up here shortly as the namesake of the Hasek Heroes organization, Dominik Hasek, will be joining us here in the building shortly. But the play continues here as it's going to be Caleb Mosier looking for that go-ahead goal. Mosier into the offensive zone. Great play defensively by Eli Lee. Mosier looked like he had a step on him, but Lee got the stick on the puck there, forcing the turnover, and now Tonawanda gets the puck cleared out of the zone. Puck at center ice now as Mike Wright tried to get it into the offensive zone. This is going to be Jack DeLisley, though, moving it up ice for Tonawanda. Makes a move inside of Maverick Kelly, and he's going to draw a penalty on the play as ends up being tripped up on the play, and we're going to get a Tonawanda power play now, as it's been so far just the Hasek Heroes squad with the man advantage in this game, and now the chance for Tonawanda on the power play as Jack DeLisley doing a good job of going outside to inside and forcing that tripping penalty against Maverick Kelly.
This has the potential to be a massive development because Tonawanda has dominated special teams in this game. Both times they were shorthanded. Now I'm really excited to see what they can do with the extra skater.
And the two players to watch in particular for this Tonawanda side, number 18, that player right there, Jack DeLisley, as he tries to feed a pass in front. Also number 2, John Stahl. Those are the two players that have authored the 3 Tonawanda goals here today. Good play by Alana Kraft to deny that first effort by DeLisley to get a shot on goal. The second effort ends up going wide. Mike Kelly picks it up in the corner, looking to kill some time off, but it comes in front of the net. Great save by Heigl as DeLisley let go a hard wrist shot. Shoulder save by Heigl, and it stays a 3-3 game.
I thought that was going to go in when he let it go. I mean, that was a rip. It was up high, which I think is a little bit more difficult for some of these goaltenders to get to. But Heigl in the right spot. Heigl's played a great game. All 3 goaltenders that we've seen this afternoon have played tremendous games. And the deadlock stays in place.
Under a minute to go on the power play for Tonawanda. Under 5 minutes to go in regulation. Tonawanda keeps it in at the point and feeds it down low off the stick of Devin Johnston. Puck played towards the front of the net. Mike Kelly intercepting that. Now looking to skate it up the near wall. Gets it out of the zone. Now gains the center ice red line, but can't get it away from all 5 Tonawanda players converging around him there, making sure that Kelly didn't have that rush up ice. Usiak makes a nice play now as he creates a loose puck to get it into the offensive zone. Usiak now putting that forecheck pressure on, looking to create something shorthanded. Usiak almost with a chance to get that backhand away. Looked like DeLisley just tied him up a little bit in the end.
Great effort.
Puck towards the blue line now. Phoebe Mercado trying to get it back into the offensive zone. Mercado sticks with the play and battles hard for that loose puck, helping her team push it towards the opposing blue line, almost killing off the last bit of this penalty. 5 seconds to go in the penalty kill as Stahl plays it through the middle of the ice. DeLisley finds possession of it and plays it along to a teammate. This is Swan across the blue line. DeLisley just in offsides. And as the whistle was being blown, the penalty expired against Hasek Heroes. So both teams successfully killing off penalties so far in this game. And we have a 3-3 deadlock still, 3:44 remaining in regulation.
It's very interesting to me the lack of power play scoring chances that have occurred in this game because you would think with such an evenly matched two teams, the best way to generate offense, obviously, in any game is to have the power play. And that just hasn't been the case tonight. It's very odd. And this game has just been as close as you can possibly get.
I think, again, just talks about the abilities on both of these teams, and when they get down a player, both sides' coaching staffs have made sure they have their really good players on the ice, and they've really been doing great work on the PK. In fact, one of the 6 goals today was a shorthanded goal, that one by Tonawanda.
And it was arguably the biggest goal so far in this game, because that's why we're tied right now.
Gabriel Mason looking to break that tie. Great defensive play along the blue line by Eli Lee, stepping up and getting that poke check, keeping Mason from going in alone. Battle for a loose puck in front of the Tonawanda bench. The Thunder prevail on that battle to move it forward. And now a loose puck battle is won by Timmy Perino, who takes it across the blue line. 2:50 to go in regulation as Tonawanda gets it into the far corner. Gabriel Mason creating a loose puck, but it ends up coming free to Christine Lee. Lee now has the opportunity to try to get a pass down low. Chevalier getting in the way, though. And now Tonawanda is going to try to put some pressure on Mason, who picks it up on the far side. Mason gets past one defender, now through the neutral zone. Mason across the blue line, has a couple of trailers coming into the plate late, tries to feed it in front of the net, just a little bit out of the reach of Jones. Jones there to the loose puck here on the near wall. Gets knocked down on the play as both teams try to find possession. A couple of players down on the ice as puck is pinned to the boards at the moment. 2 minutes and change remaining here in regulation. Finally, that puck comes free. Played up ice really smartly by Eli Lee. There were 2 different Hasek Heroes players going for that loose puck. Lee got to it first and made sure it didn't stay in the zone. Nice defensive play on the Hasek Heroes side as Chevalier creates a loose puck. Jones now tries to play that one forward. Bouncing puck off the skate of O'Connor. It ends up on Jack DeLisley's stick. DeLisley tries to go in between 3 different defenders. Good work by the 3 different Hasek Heroes players there. Chevalier, Simonik, and Mason making it difficult for number 18, DeLisley, to get through. Tonawanda keeps possession. 1.5 minutes to go in regulation. Puck comes towards the front of the net. Bouncing puck. Neither team can settle it down. DeLisley does get the shot away, and a great save by Brooke Heigl with the catching glove, making the stop to keep this one a 3-3 game as we have 1:17 now remaining in regulation. And it appears that we have been joined in the building by the much anticipated visitor that we were expecting today. The one and only Dominik Hasek is right there to the right of the Hasek Heroes bench, actually stepping onto the bench now to join the coaching staff here this afternoon as we now have 1:15 to go. Puck is down, loose puck in the Hasek Heroes zone. Caleb Mosier finding control of that one as the Heroes try to move it up ice. Mosier into the offensive zone with 1:05 to go. Tries to get towards the front of the net. Good defense there, cutting off that lane of attack. Darren Nye doing the work there defensively for Tonawanda. Thunder now looking to clear the zone. They get it out of the zone. Mosier now settling it down. Could be a breakaway, though. Jack DeLisley with a clear look. DeLisley in on goal. Lets the shot go. Heigl cuts off the angle perfectly. And with the greatest goaltender in the history of the game in the building, Heigl makes a huge save with under 1 minute to go.
I love it.
But that shot does manage to get through as it's DeLisley firing it from the near circle. It ends up sneaking through the netminder, and Tonawanda takes the lead with 34 seconds remaining.
Unfortunate there. Right after making an incredible play on the breakaway to keep it tied, the second chance opportunity for Tonawanda gets across. They've been doing that all night, though, those second chances. Heigl's done a really nice job controlling most of the rebounds. That one there got across.
And it appears as though we have seen a timeout taken here by the Hasek Heroes squad. I think this is a chance for the coaching staff to let the players know what's going on here. I'm not sure that it was fully talked about what was going to be happening today. There was still some doubt as to whether or not the schedule was going to work out well enough. But it is a pretty cool experience. No matter what the scoreboard says, it's a 4-3 lead now for Tonawanda. But the part that I'm sure everybody in the building is excited about is now the chance to play in front of Dominik Hasek, a legend in this game.
I mean, I'm up here watching this, and I have goosebumps. They're playing the final countdown on the speaker system. The greatest goalie in the history of hockey's on the bench watching this. 30 seconds in a 1-goal game. What else could you ask for?
Maverick Kelly going to try to get back even here in this game. Kelly across the blue line, slides it forward, can't get it to Mike Wright though. Good defense by Tonawanda. See if the Thunder can clear the zone now. Wright's going to try to keep it in, unable to do so, as now Stahl's going to have a breakaway with 7 seconds remaining. Stahl in alone, good defensive play by Wright, getting the stick in there to deny that shot. But the horn will go to end regulation, as in regulation it's going to be Tonawanda picking up the 4-3 victory as they get onto the ice to congratulate their goaltender, Conrad Sajak. He played an excellent game here today to help the Tonawanda side come away with the victory in regulation. But what I think we're going to have here is a chance for both sides to not only get to meet Dominik Hasek, but maybe continue to play a little bit of hockey in front of him. I know that the staff has made sure that they have plenty of time to work with here this afternoon. There's no ice time coming up immediately afterwards. So I believe what the plan here is after both sides finish with the post-game handshake, is that we might end up having a shootout competition between the two sides, which is something pretty notable to talk about, noting how good Dominik Hasek was at shootouts. But it appears that we're going to have to make sure this is all communicated to the players, as we have some of the Hasek's Heroes team leaving the ice here at the moment, but we'll kind of stick with things here as they figure out what's going to be going on next here during this special broadcast of a Hasek's Heroes hockey game, as this is not just an exhibition game against two really solid squads, but it's also a chance to have the namesake of the organization here to meet the team, to meet some of the folks here involved with the organization. But it looks like we might have a couple of pictures taken with Dominik Hasek, as he is over there on the bench right now, chatting with some of the coaching staff. And as you can see over there, there is a couple of jerseys that they have ready to present to Dominik Hasek. They made a couple extra ones when they put the team's jerseys together. They made 2 extra ones with Dominik Hasek's name and number on the back of them. I think they're presenting those right over there on the bench. Obviously, pretty exciting aspect of this day, as clearly the not only the players excited about this opportunity, but even the coaching staff is pretty excited about this opportunity to, thank somebody who has meant so much not only to the game in general, but specifically to the game here in Western New York. When you think about all of the players who've gotten to learn this game and grow up with it as part of their lives because of Hasek's Heroes, it really is an honor to have Dominik Hasek in the building, to get a chance to see some of the faces and the names of the people that his organization has helped bring this game into their lives, but getting a chance to meet them as the team gathering in front of the Hasek's Heroes goal. Looks like we're going to have a team picture taken with Dominik Hasek himself, as seems that Dom is now stepping off the bench and will be sliding in there to join the team as this first ever Hasek's Heroes travel team. This is the first year in which Hasek's Heroes has put a team into play against other organizations in the area, and this is the first chance that Dominik Hasek will get to come and see and meet this organization. Now getting a pretty cool moment here as a team picture. Right away he goes over to Brooke Heigl, gives her the fist bump for a game well played. This is a pretty cool moment here.
This is so cool, and you could tell everybody in this building has their eyes glued on that net over there with the Hasek's Heroes. And, the parents out there taking photos, the coaches getting involved. This is really what it's all about. I mean, you could talk about the game that was just played, which was excellent, but this is really what it's all about. Instilling the love of the sport, the competitiveness, the teamwork, all the great values that this game can teach a young person, and then the community service aspect of it too, having somebody who's already done so much for this Western New York area, continuing to contribute long after his playing days, and still actively involved in this. It is excellent to see. What a great role model for these young hockey players.
And I said it earlier on the broadcast, it's easy to talk about everything Dominik Hasek did as a player. The accolades, we could go on for the rest of the broadcast and spend an hour talking about everything he did, whether it comes from Olympics to Vezina trophies to Stanley Cups. He's done it all as a player, but just as impressive really is what he has meant to the Buffalo hockey community. Giving back to the game in a way that couldn't be any more impactful. The amount of players that have gotten the chance to learn how to play hockey and to get out here and learn the game and learn to love it because of this organization it's really special what he has given back to the game and done here in the Western New York community. Off the ice goes right there head in head with what he did as a player.
And that, like you said, that's saying something, because you could go on and on about everything he accomplished as a professional hockey player. But it shows you the strength of his character to already essentially pay your dues, if you will, for the community. But to continue doing that, for a community that he doesn't have to prove anything to the area of Buffalo. People love him here. So it shows you that he's doing it for the right reasons as well. This is somebody that clearly has empathy. He clearly has love for young players. You can see out there taking a photo. I mean, that's a lifelong memory right there. And it's really, it makes you speechless, honestly, to see something like this. I mean, it's very emotional to see somebody dedicate their life to a cause larger than one person.
And it's amazing what this organization has done. Hasek's Heroes' mission is to make hockey dreams come true for Western New York families regardless of financial circumstances. And you think about all the people that would never have had a chance to be introduced to hockey, never had a chance to play this game without this organization. Just awesome what he's been able to do and what Hasek's Heroes has been able to accomplish in the time since he stopped playing the game, and the fact of the matter is continuing to accomplish those things. And now, as you see the organization adding to what they do, now adding this travel team onto the array of options and what they offer to the Western New York hockey community. Such a cool moment to see both teams getting a chance to get out there and meet a legend of the game.
Yeah, you could see these Tonawanda players. We could see them from our vantage point. They were like chomping at the bit to get onto the ice and interact with the legend out there in front of the goal crease. Looks like they're going to line up for a photo too. I mean, that's what it's all about. Again, you think any of these players are thinking about the final score right now? No way.
That's and it was a really dramatic ending to this game when you think about it. And I can't. If you're going to be on the wrong side of a game like this, talk about the right way to make it up. Immediately afterwards, you get to meet the greatest goaltender in the history of the game. And as we saw after, when the Hasek's Heroes squad was out there getting their picture taken with Dominik Hasek, the entire Tonawanda team, nobody even went into their locker room. They were all glued to the glass watching, waiting for their chance to get back out there with this legend of the game. Really cool. Now they're out there getting their team picture taken. Those are going to be some photos that I think are going to be cherished for years and years to come by players on both sides, families on both sides. Such a cool experience here.
It certainly is, and for these parents too, because they're probably in the age range. Well, certainly they were alive to see Dominik Hasek dominate the NHL. Many of these players probably weren't, or they certainly wouldn't remember. So it's kind of a 2-generational thing, maybe even 3-generational. We spoke to some grandparents before this game too. I mean, this is for everyone too, not just the players, but their families, the ability to have their children make these memories, to maybe experience watching one of their heroes in person. It's special for everyone. It's special for us up here as fans of the game, and Western New York natives. To see this is very impressive.
We were talking earlier on in the broadcast about how Hasek's Heroes, an organization founded by a goaltender, this first travel team has had 5 different players playing the position of goaltender this year. It's not only has there been some inspiration by the fact that the legend Dominik Hasek is so deeply involved with the organization that bears his name, but you also see a little bit of the old and the new. So not only are the kids being inspired by the player whose name is on the front of their jersey, but they're also getting the inspiration from down the street by the current Buffalo Sabres players that are the ones in goal. Actually, we heard this from the 2 newest goaltenders for Hasek's Heroes, Mallory McDonald and Alana Kraft. Both of them are Devin Levi fans, and that was their personal inspiration to try the position. Pretty cool to get a chance to meet the great Dominik Hasek himself a week after first starting to play. Their first game as goaltenders, both of them played, was on Saturday. Now 2 days later, they get to meet Dominik Hasek. That's just awesome.
That's cool on so many levels, and it's kind of funny, too. You think about these young players, they're going to grow up idolizing a young goaltender like Devin Levi. Who do you think Devin Levi grew up idolizing as a young hockey player?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's just so cool on so many levels. And also, hats off to the Buffalo Sabres, too, because, we were here a couple of weeks ago, you and I, and they did the Hasek Heroes did the Earn Your Cape night, and the Sabres were involved. Sabretooth was here. So, this goes beyond any one player. It's really a whole community involvement with the players, current and past. It's great to see, and to have so much support to continue growing this great game. It makes you feel good.
All right, folks, please do stay tuned. We are hoping to get a chance to chat with Dominik Hasek here coming up. Obviously, there is going to be a lot of different people looking to get some attention from him, but hopefully we can get something arranged here in the next few moments and get an opportunity to chat with the legend himself. We're going to step away here for a moment, though, and have a couple of messages from some of the sponsors that make our work here in the Nickel City Hockey Network possible. We'll be back in a few moments, though, and hopefully we'll be joined by number 39 himself. Might be a little bit of a delay before, as it appears to be a line of people looking to get an opportunity to chat with and get a picture taken with Dominik Hasek. We understand the certain amount of interest in the chance to get that image taken, get that picture taken with Dom. So we'll take a little bit of a break, see whether or not we're going to get a chance to chat with him on the broadcast. Stay tuned, though, as we continue to bring you live coverage of Hasek's Heroes hockey on the Nickel City Hockey Network.
I created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason: to create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready?
My name is Stephanie Chang, and I'm an optometrist. I've been with Buffalo Ophthalmology since January 2023. Vision is very important for a child's development and learning. We want to make sure we catch any potential eye conditions early in age, such as lazy eyes or eye turns or any need for glasses. We do a lot of the similar tests as adults, but sometimes we'll modify different components of the exam to fit the child's age and their abilities. Definitely very important to get your child's vision assessed at a young age before problems develop.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Welcome back to Bud Bakewell Ice Rink as we wrap up our broadcast here on the Nickel City Hockey Network. A 4-3 win is the final score for the Tonawanda Thunder. Probably more exciting, though, than the final score, and it was a great hockey game back and forth between these two sides all the way through, is the fact that the legend himself, Dominik Hasek, is off in the corner of the rink right now, unable to actually get a vantage point from where we are in order to get an angle to be able to see him over there. But there's a line of interested people interested in having their picture taken with Dominik Hasek and getting a chance to meet the legend. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to have a chance to have an interview as part of the broadcast, but we do hope to get a chance to chat with Dominik Hasek. And what our plan here is to do is to bring you that interview at a later date. So certainly stay tuned to the Nickel City Hockey Network YouTube channel as well as our Instagram page, and we will be sure to have a conversation with the legend, Dominik Hasek, as we get a chance to talk with him about the organization that he created here, Hasek's Heroes, the catalyst in so many different hockey careers for so many different Western New Yorkers over the time that the organization has been around, and now continuing to make hockey dreams come true for the next generation of hockey players here in the Hasek's Heroes organization. really has the organization has provided the community with a place for its young athletes to learn how to skate, learn how to play the game, and develop specifically for the families that probably can't afford the ever-growing expense that comes with the game of hockey. So, as I keep saying on this broadcast, you can certainly say a lot about what Dominik Hasek did as a hockey player when he wore the uniform on the ice. When he took the uniform off and was off the ice, he made just as big of an impact on the game through this organization. The amount of people that have gotten to be introduced to the game of hockey because of Hasek's Heroes, the list is countless, and we probably don't have enough time to really go through the record books to think about how many people were introduced to hockey because of Hasek's Heroes. So certainly you can understand why a lot of people would want his attention right now. Hopefully we get a chance to chat with him later on this afternoon and get a chance to bring you that interview in the future. But let's wrap things up here from the 412 Communications broadcast booth. Aaron Alpern, happy to have brought you the play-by-play of today's game. Our producer and color commentator, Ryan Tantalo. Destiny Cosner, our camera operator, as we wrap things up here. The final score, it's a 4-3 victory for the Tonawanda Thunder. But a cool moment for both sides as they get a chance to meet a legend of the game, the great Dominik Hasek himself. Still here in the building as both teams and parents and fans alike look to get a chance to get their picture taken with Dominik Hasek. A cool moment for everybody involved, and another example of how these Hasek's Heroes games and the opportunities that this organization has given to kids throughout Western New York continue to touch lives and to touch people on a weekly basis. So that's going to do it for our broadcast here from the 412 Communications broadcast booth. Thank you again for joining us. For Ryan Tantalo, Destiny Cosner, my name is Aaron Alpern. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll talk to you again on the Nickel City Hockey Network.